Tonight's episode is brought to you by the Be Real Podcast Network. For more episodes like this, go to BREELnetwork.com. Enjoy the show.
Fatality.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another awesome episode of Movie Guys Podcast. Tonight, we're talking about life. No, not our life, the movie life, with myself and Eric and Ed. How you guys doing tonight?
That was good.
I would feel better if this movie would not have been given the right to life and would have been aborted.
Is that what it is? Give it death. Right as it hits the script hits the table, I say no. More like death.
It's because of this movie I want to refund Planned Parenthood.
Bam.
Wow.
This,
Okay. I guess I'm the only guy that liked this one.
Well,
All right.
let's get into it because I think that we've been talking a lot about popcorn movies, and I think this may have been one where it was just like, guys, just turn off all the science, turn off all the everything else like that, and just enjoy. Enjoy the journey that you're gonna go on here in a space station, I guess.
No, you see, you guys said that earlier before we recorded here. I think this movie was very scientific. See, the thing is, my hand a little early. I don't think this movie's amazing,
Sure.
but I went into this movie knowing that it's going to be an alien ripoff. I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to my wife last night before we watched it, there's two things in alien ripoff movies that I like. And she's like, what's that? I said, one, stay true to what you ripped off. That's fine. Just do something different. Technically, guys, I kind of got that. I mean, like, they did rip off Alien a lot.
Wait
But they
a
got me
minute.
something new, though.
Wait a minute. Did you just said two of the most contradictory things on the planet?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. You're like, stay true to what you're ripping off, but don't rip it off.
All right. Well,
No,
That's
what I
literally
mean.
What you just said.
Okay, fine. I will clarify a little bit more.
I get what you mean.
You could okay, you know what I mean? Show me, something. Stay true to the source material that you're trying to rip off, but just don't completely rip it off by having an egg and a face hugger and an alien pop out of its chest.
No,
Just don't
yeah.
do that, but do something new to it. I was shocked in this movie on a bunch of stuff I was not expecting. I was so geeked to see this movie because I knew it was an alien ripoff. But no, I mean that's kind of my 2 cents in it right now. Was that right now I was really gung ho to see this movie. I was really excited. I don't know about you guys, but I was really excited.
It was meh. Oh my God, is that a phone right now? Sorry, boys.
Somebody has a house phone?
Yeah, this really freaked me out. Like, I don't know how to turn this off, and this is really unprofessional. I don't know where the fuck to turn this thing off at. I'm house sitting, and I have no idea where this. I didn't even see a phone. I've been here for a few days. All right, we're gonna.
Anyway.
Oh, it's a Comcast calling. Why does
Don't
something-
worry, don't worry. I will edit this part out. Don't worry.
I think it's good.
I will
Blooper reel.
I will edit that part out. So okay.
Could not be prepared
Here we go
for
for
it.
me for editing. Eric, start your comment for what I said in 5, 4, 3, 2, go.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Okay, my statement was that I was really excited to see this movie.
Oh.
That was my statement.
Okay, ready?
So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This movie was very meh. Like, it was neither excited nor was I really just like hesitant to go see it. I just thought I didn't know anything about this movie. I didn't even see a trailer for it. So that's why I was just kind of very okay with seeing it Like, it wasn't going to be anything. And then, obviously, the hour and a half, or the hour 44 minutes, actually. So it's a shorter movie, and those seem to be a little bit more appealing in a world where you don't have much time anymore, you know? Like, to sit back and invest in a movie that's more than 2 hours, you have to, well, really have faith in the story and the actors or the director or something like that, too. And I don't know. But a good tell if you have a bunch of A-listers or some big names in an hour and a half movie, that it's probably just going to be a little bit of a paycheck movie, right?
You think this is a paycheck movie?
Yeah, I think it's a paycheck movie. I mean, it's shot in one scene, or I mean one area, and so everything else is going to be green screen. So I'm sure that it was just in one studio, one closed set studio that they shot this in, and yeah, that's what I think. I'm not saying that it's a bad paycheck movie, but I mean, yeah, I'd say that they were probably between projects. That this one was estimated to take up 6 months of their time or something like that, maybe even less. And they're like, yeah, let's do it. Not much acting was involved. I can tell you
So,
that.
well, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. So, because it was kind of hard to understand, but we have the only two characters that we care about: Ryan Gosling, Ryan Reynolds, and Jake Gyllenhaal, and the rest of the crew. But they are orbiting Earth, right? That's their thing, right?
Yeah,
They're orbiting Earth,
orbiting Earth in the ISS.
and then a shuttle or like a small orb comes from Mars, and they retrieve it because it collected soil samples. Is that right? Did I understand that part right?
Yeah,
Something crashed or something.
yeah. I thought that the basis of what and I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, the basis of it was that they were on a retrieval mission from something that was already highly invested in, coming from Mars.
They're on a mission from God.
Yeah, God
Gotcha.
funded it.
Okay. So, in Earth, and they retrieve
Oh, here we
this
go.
orb.
They're collecting a sample collected from Mars that can provide evidence for extraterrestrial life on the red planet.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you have all different groups of people, all different, ethnicity. I can't talk. Wow.
Ethnicities?
Thank you. And then you have, the American Ryan Reynolds with the heart of gold. Anyway, you have a scientist, which I thought was very interesting. That the scientist, I don't know his name, but his legs don't work, and he's in a wheelchair. And he kept on talking about how he didn't want to go back to Earth because he'll be confined to the chair again. I thought that was a good character trait.
Yeah.
So they get this. So they get the soil.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, in this little microscopic organism, and it grows. Now, we all know, and everybody who's listened to the show for a long time knows that I'm a hardcore Alien fan. Right? One of the things that's so cool about Alien that this movie did not do is that the original script of Alien really fucking sucked. 20th Century Fox had it for like 4 years. They're like, this script sucks. The only reason why they made it was because literally the facehugger space rapes a dude. That's onto the ship. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what made it new and interesting. A flying orb comes and they have soil from the red planet, and we found something microscopic. Doesn't seem like it's something new. You know what I mean? I felt like I've seen this before.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess when it comes to an alien movie, though, I guess the reasons are kind of coming thin nowadays, right? As to plot points are coming up real short.
Well, see now, Ed, I want to know, why do you not like this movie at this point? Now, the organism has not grown yet. Nothing has really made. I mean, why don't you like it at this
They
point?
take out the organism, they adjust climate, right, and it kind of moves and gives it life a little bit. So they revive it.
Yeah, I was okay up till then. It was when it started rapidly growing. Like that's when it was like, okay, like really, like first of all, we have legit scientific evidence that states that this shit takes millions of fucking years to happen. And within the course of, let's just even say it's 3 days on the ship. This thing goes from, microscopic organism, to it's, the height that these elementary schools name is like Calvin or whatever.
Calvin, yep.
To being fucking a Minoc from Star Wars.
Good
you know
call.
What I mean? Like that is scientifically impossible. And if it were possible, and it was able to survive all of these things, it's able to survive out in space. It's able to survive Ryan Reynolds trying to catch it on fire with a random incinerator that is also a gun. And and these weird lightsaber-esque lights, like it hugs them, and that's its source of energy or whatever. Like you would think that it would have been able to survive whatever hit Mars and not have hibernated, right?
Right.
So that was where I had a problem with the movie, all in, not up till what we're talking about now. It was just overall. It wasn't like one thing that did it. It was just like the overarching idea. And then they kill off the two characters anybody gives a shit about. Ryan Reynolds, who's not that good in this movie, but it's not his role. He's his normal self. You know what I mean? But the role just sucked. And I didn't give a shit about anybody else. I didn't care that they all died. Like the Japanese dude had a baby. I didn't care. I just didn't care.
Yeah, it was just body count after a while.
Yeah, that's what it was. They killed off 4 people.
Well, I mean, it depends if you count Jake Gyllenhaal.
Well, he doesn't die.
Well, yeah. We'll talk about that at the end. But I mean, I'm not going to agree with you on this, Ed. I mean, I don't think Ryan Reynolds was really that terrible. I mean, like I thought he did the same performance in this movie as he did with Sunshine back in the day, which is
he didn't do Sunshine. That was Chris Evans.
Oh, that was Chris Evans. You're right. Fuck me.
But I think
same
that's
thing.
I think that's what he was trying to go for, but without the Danny Boyle element. Like Sunshine was good because it was a story first, and then it became thriller. But so it had a lot more stuff. This one is just like it cuts in real hard. Like it just as soon as it retrieves the organism, it's off. You're going like it starts and that thing starts to grow. Yeah.
Yeah, it takes the little thing that they're prodding it back to life with, and because the scientist dude wants to fuck it or something, I don't know. But it takes a little space prod that they use to bring it back to life, and then breaks it, and then breaks out of the glove. This thing has no vertebrae. It's like an octopus, yet can't go inside of anything.
Well, it does
it's not
go
big enough to fit into.
It does go inside of stuff. You see, guys, look now. I really hate to bring this up, but I did think about this and to go on because I think I'm going to compare this a lot to Alien, not the franchise Alien, but to the first movie Alien. Would you two agree with me that a normal moviegoer would find that the first Alien movie is very boring?
Oh God, yeah, I found that the movie was boring.
The pacing is a bit slow, yeah.
Okay, I think that the writers, I think the creators of this movie was like, let's do Alien, let's rip that off, but let's make Alien on speed. Because not even 30 minutes in, Ryan Reynolds, spoiler, is fucking dead. And so hardcore advanced compared to what we get to Alien. I think that's what they were trying to do. I think Ryan Reynolds' death was the most impacting out of the whole crew, to be honest with you, because I didn't see that coming. Nobody else. I mean, the thing crawls into his mouth, and what does it do? It eats him from the inside out. Is that pretty much what it does?
Yeah,
basically, yeah. It was a good death. I'll give it. It was a good death.
Yeah, I was say it was a good death.
And I like the blood bubbles that come out because of gravity. But what sucks about this movie is we don't know anything about the cycle of I'm sorry, I keep on calling it the alien, but what's the name of it called again?
Calvin.
We don't know the life cycle of Calvin. We don't know anything about Calvin. which kind of sucks because with Alien, you know, you have the egg, you have the face hugger comes out the chest burster grows into the alien. And with Calvin, it's just like it went into Ryan Reynolds' mouth and ate him from the inside out to do what? He didn't come out different. He didn't come out looking different. He didn't come out looking or acting different.
He came out bigger.
I'm gonna go and did it come out bigger?
Every time they did something to it, it came out bigger and stronger and more evolved. I will say that it was literally every time something happened, it evolved.
Yeah. So that's Calvin's thing. Is every time something happens, it gets bigger. That's kind of
it absorbs the energy or something. They don't tell you, but which is okay. I mean, I get the fact that they don't tell you simply because they don't know. You know, but at the same time, it's fucking retarded.
No, it's yeah, I think they made mention to it, like that. It was like the thing that may have caused the extinction of Mars, right?
Well, do they? I don't remember that. I mean, I could just be not remembering. I could be wrong.
I think that wheelchair guy was spouting off some prophecy there.
Yeah, he was. He was saying that this guy Calvin could have destroyed life on Mars. Which again, guys, we have seen this movie before. How many Mars movies have we seen where people discover an alien life form? They're like, oh, this is what killed life on Mars. You know, it's what sucks about this movie is that they had a good idea, and I actually really liked Calvin. I liked the design of Calvin. I liked how it moved. I liked the whole thing about Calvin. I just wish that they didn't do the stereotypical fucking sci-fi tropes that they gave us in this movie. Give us something new, and they didn't. It was very, 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 very blah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm very indifferent about Calvin. It's like I don't know. It wasn't my favorite monster or alien, or whatever you want to call it, in a movie, but wasn't the worst. I don't. Maybe the threat was real and the suspense was there, but maybe it was kind of like the design where it just seemed like it was almost like an octopus and just kind of rolling around and just almost like a critter, So instead of it being like an alien type thing, it's more like a critter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they tell you that the thing is all eyes and all muscle and all brain. It's like just one thing.
Yeah. I liked it because it was kind of like a snake in a way too, because when it wrapped itself around people, know that it was constricting. I liked that part. I mean, I thought it was something new because really there's only one alien, so how the hell can you top that? You really can't. Predator tried, and they, in my opinion, were not successful. But it's just Calvin's design himself was not terrible. I just wish that they would have done something different with it when it comes to the characters and what they actually did, and the people surviving, which I never thought would survive, because they try to put in that trope of the Japanese guy who left his wife on Earth and she's pregnant and she has a baby. It's like, okay, so now I'm supposed to feel bad when he ultimately gets it because he has a wife and daughter at home. Like it's just blah.
No, I see what you're. I see what you're saying. You're right. They absolutely. Yeah, they don't build the characters whatsoever, other than like the two guys, the two they want you to feel for, which is the pilot, Jake Gyllenhaal. They basically say he doesn't want to go back to Earth because he hates people.
Yeah.
And he sets a record for being there the longest. And then the scientist, they do sort of let you feel for him because he's got nothing else either. And they say that like, oh, that you're the only guy ever that's qualified to do this and blah blah blah. It's just they just didn't care. It was like screenwriting 101. You know what I mean? There was just nothing there. No depth to the story. I
agree. There was not a lot of substance there. It was just kind of just like cut right into the twists and turns of the alien and the thriller part of it. And that's why, guys, I say that this is more of a popcorn movie because again, it's just like come in here, don't worry about anything. Just you're coming in for the thrills. Buy a ticket for the roller coaster, buckle yourself in, enjoy the ride.
Well, what do you guys feel of the second kill, where the woman is doing the spacewalk and Calvin fucks up her spacesuit, and she now has the coolant leaking into her helmet and ultimately drowning her. That was pretty cool.
The deaths were legit in this movie. I like the deaths in this movie. I thought they were pretty cool.
I mean, it was a cool idea, but then like, why would she possibly go back to the entrance, like the where she like the pod or whatever the hell it is, if she had no intentions of going back in?
She did have intention going back in, Ed, but then when she realized that she couldn't fucking see, and Jake Gyllenhaal even said, "Do not swallow because it's poisonous because of the coolant system." She was swallowing anyway, and she knew that if she let Calvin back in, he would destroy everything. As so she thought. So she sacrificed herself.
A lot of good that did.
Well,
it's a movie.
Just saying, she died in vain.
I like the deaths. I thought they were pretty cool. It was one of those where the monster just kind of seemed very invincible earlier from the start, like very unstoppable, and especially in the parts of space where it just kind of maneuvered, like in just middle of the vacuum. It was able to just fly right back onto the suction itself right back to the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Eric, for bringing that up, because didn't they say in the movie that this thing lives off of oxygen, right?
It's carbon-based life form, yeah.
So how the fuck could it survive in space without any oxygen?
Not even
It
just again
fucking
surviving.
can't, but they let it do it anyway.
Not even just surviving, but like maneuverability. Like that, it takes a lot to with no gravity. When you have no gravity, but then again, that thing was, I guess, just flying around doing anything.
But like there's not. Oh God, this is another part of this fucking movie.
Is there too much science? Should we just ignore all the science to it?
Oh my God, it's not. I'm okay. Let's forget about the fact that like let's say it doesn't need to breathe. So it can. Let's forget about everything else and say it can survive in the void and vacuous space.
Okay.
Let's just say that. So, because we don't actually know, maybe there's some organisms that can, it's potentially possible.
There are.
Yeah. What we do know is that without propulsion, you can't fucking move in space because there's nothing to go against. Right? The reason you can jump up and down on Earth is because you use your muscles to push against gravity. That's like not really that scientific, but you get my point. The reason you can fly around in a space station is because there are points from which you can push. You know what I mean? It might be zero gravity, but you can push off of one thing and into another.
We're with you.
And there's still some level of gravity because it's always moving. In space, there's nothing to do that with. You physically cannot move. You're pushed with the direction in which you go forever until you get pulled from into the orbit of something else.
Yeah.
Like the commander or whatever, like she sort of pushed herself and started floating. She started floating in the direction she was going anyways, or what little momentum there was, and she's just going to go that way forever.
Well,
you can't move unless
that thing flips. The thing does like some sort of weird. That's where, yeah, I agree with you.
But that's why the space stations move like that, is so that the people inside of it can move.
No, I'm saying the monster, when it was out in space, it was kind of doing like these weird kind of folding moves almost, and but not enough. Like that thing rocketed right towards the ship, like.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, if I could be wrong, if it pushed off of her, I guess realistically it could have.
You're right. That could happen.
Gone in the direction. So if it did push off of her, then somewhat, and I hopefully we get somebody that knows way more about this than us that
I think you're looking too far into it.
Why we're wrong, but like it just doesn't. What little I do know about science and in outer space and stuff like that, unless he pushed off of her, it's not possible. It would just stay stationary.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No, I understand that completely too. You're very. I would agree with you on that part too. I don't know much about physics, but yeah, that seems like because there's nothing. Yeah, exactly. You're only creating energy. You're not. Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, and like every movement is like you move based upon the actions of other things. I'm gonna get the mathematical equation wrong, but like movement is based on friction and lack thereof.
Well, again,
Right.
I think we're looking
So
too far
like,
into it though. To be honest, I mean,
yeah,
for this movie,
you're right. You're right. Let's move on.
I mean,
All right.
it's
Well, then
alien.
we get the next kill with the wheelchair guy who doesn't even know that the alien's wrapped around his leg. That was cool. And then later in the movie, isn't he cocooned somehow? Is there like something that's holding him up? Because it looked like there was like veins or a rope or something that was kind of hanging him in place, or did I not see the right thing? I don't know what that was.
I saw what that was. I don't know why it was there. I don't know what. I don't know what those were. Well, what we later learn, maybe, is it's like, spoiler alert, at the end in the escape pod when they're finally on Earth, it's like basically a bunch of like little wrapped around goo thingies all through the space station.
Yeah.
So maybe it's the beginning of like that webbing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just some straps.
So maybe at the end of the movie where we see Jake Gyllenhaal in the space pod, that this thing actually is kind of like the alien xenomorph from the Alien franchise, where it's always trying to reproduce to create more. Do you think that's what it's doing? Do you think that's the whole
purpose of
goal?
all life. That's the purpose of all life anywhere, whether you're a flower or a person or a fucking suicidal squid spider.
No, I get that, but I'm asking though, is that this thing? See, again, not to compare, but see, that's what makes the xenomorph from the Alien franchise so interesting, is because we get the life cycle of it with Calvin here. I don't understand the life cycle, because they say, correct me if I'm wrong, but the scientist guy, Hugh, says, oh, when there's no oxygen, it shrinks down and it just goes into a deep sleep. So how big is this thing really? And what is its purpose to, I mean, because we didn't see it eat
It must
any
be
of the crew
infinite.
members. I know that, but it's like we didn't see it eat any of the crew members. So what was it trying to do when it attached itself to them? What was it doing really to Ryan Reynolds when it went inside of him? You know what I mean? Like,
No.
Absorbing.
You know what I'm
like
trying to
you're
say?
like I get you, and I feel like the movie should have maybe done a better job. If they wanted you to understand it, they would have said something about it. But I again, like this, I think we're just. I think this is just a short and kind of sweet movie type thing. Like, don't question it. Just go along for the thrills, man. Like I think that's all this movie is. Don't expect anything more from it. Don't expect an origin story. Don't expect a sequel. Like anything else, there's just a bunch of people on a spaceship and they're dying from an alien. That's
Is
basically what it is.
this
If there was, I'll tell you what, if this had any less actors in it, like lesser named actors, this movie would have been on a VOD. Like it would have been on the shelf, and it would have been like the thousands of others just like it type thing. Like these are
Yeah.
like
well?
that's why I call this a paycheck movie, because it's just like I'm pretty sure like people, producers, directors, and everyone else involved. There's maybe a point where it's like, oh well, should we look into this? Like, nah, don't worry about it. Like, no, don't worry about it. We'll just have them. We'll just have them die instead, or we'll just have them. Yeah, oh, we'll have the alien go through the thruster. Don't worry about it. Like.
Good point. I was wondering, how the fuck did the alien go through the thruster? You're right. Good point. Well, I mean, like, this is the second sci-fi movie we've seen this year. Do you guys think that this is still better than Passengers? Because I think Passengers is a little bit better.
Well, Passengers was one of those movies, in my opinion, that was somewhat underrated. Like it got shit on, and we didn't like the movie a lot. But at the same time, people I think expected more than just a love story out of that movie. I mean, I could be wrong. I could be.
No, you're right.
Maybe it's just me talking, but people expected more out of that movie, and people expected. I don't think anybody expected anything out of this movie. So for us to say that, like, was it better than Passengers? Was it worse? I think Passengers was overhyped and it underdelivered on that hype. It just was what it was. This movie wasn't hyped, whatever. One bit. And it's basically like if you are not expected to do anything and you don't do anything, you're not let down. So this movie didn't let anybody down because it wasn't expected to do anything.
Well, there you go. That's about it. And yeah, as you say that, it looks like the budget for this was like 58 million, and the opening weekend is at 12.
Yeah, they didn't do
12.5.
shit for this movie. Were you guys shocked at the twist ending? And what I mean by that is the movie makes you believe that the main girl is going to survive, the heroine, the virgin, essentially.
Sure.
But it's actually Jake Gyllenhaal. Were you guys like, what? That's cool? Or do you guys were like, oh, well, that's fucking cheap? What do you guys think about that twist ending of it was actually Jake Gyllenhaal falling to Earth, but not her?
Number one, it proves that he's a terrible pilot because he was flying that thing and he still managed to land on Earth. But number two, that was a stupid ending. It was like are we going to make a sequel ending?
Yeah, I don't know if I liked that part. You know what? Like, I think I would have liked if they were to end it right there, and if they were to just do like kind of some sort of Major Tom type thing where he was just floating off into distant space with the thing, you know? Like that's the prison, you know? Like that's the sacrifice. You're drifting off the rest of your life in the capsule with that thing. But
Yeah, and it's disappointing because like he was the one guy who didn't want to get back. Like he's the guy that got back. He didn't want to be there anyway, so he's sacrificing himself so he doesn't have to, so he doesn't go back and to save the planet Earth. Ends in the fucking Philippines.
yeah.
It was like the least satisfying ending possible. I would have liked it more if they would have had her survive and there was a little baby in there.
Oh,
a little baby? Really? Come on.
Like a baby Calvin. I'm not saying that would have been good. I'm just saying like a baby Calvin.
A baby Calvin.
Yeah.
All right.
Not that she was pregnant, but like baby Calvin.
Like some sort of reproduction, right?
Yeah.
Some sort of something. Because they're cocooning him. They're cocooning Jake Gyllenhaal for a reason we don't not know. But all right. Ed, review time. How much would you pay to see Life? Ed.
Goddamn dime. I'm sorry, but like this movie, Eric, you called it a popcorn movie. I don't even think it was worth the price of a popcorn. Like I feel like I wasted my time watching this movie. I have nothing negative to say other than like the science stuff, but I have nothing good I can say either. It was just one of those things that like I felt like I could have done something better with my time than having watched this movie. So nothing. I wouldn't pay to see it.
Wow, brutal. All right, Eric, how much would you pay to see Life?
I don't think I'd pay anything for it either. Like it's, as I said before, I feel like it's just another one of the same. Like you said, you've seen it before, and I agree with you. I feel like again, if this had bigger names in it, it might have done better. If this had lesser names in it, it would have been. But either way, it doesn't matter. It's the same movie, and we've seen it a few times before. It didn't bring anything new to the table. It just brought a new monster. It wasn't horribly bad or anything. I'm not trying to shit on the movie. Like I don't know, it's an airplane movie. I just it's a scary movie. It's just another one in the book. File it under L for life and move on. So yeah, this is it's a very skippable movie, but like there's nothing memorable about it. But still, like eat your popcorn and enjoy it. And after a while, you just go, oh, okay, I saw Life. Look at that, I saw that movie.
I myself am going to give this one a half price. I would pay half price for it, and the reason being is because it's only a month away from May. Alien's almost here. You guys all know how excited I am for it. So if you are like me and have seen all the Alien movies 1,000 times and all the bonus features, and you want something that's an Alien ripoff to kind of tickle your fancy, then this is the movie for you. It's not terrible. I was shocked that Ryan Reynolds got the first death. I was shocked by that because I was like, really? Huh? Deadpool money? Who gives a fuck? But
just a side project, man. That's what they do.
It's just a side project. But it wasn't that bad. I liked Calvin. I thought that was an interesting new alien. I wish there will be a sequel in the future to see what they could do with it. But it's probably not going to happen. But overall, it wasn't that great, but it wasn't terrible. We have reviewed worse in our History as Movie Guys podcast. And I would argue that we've reviewed worse this year just alone. So
I'm trying to make it I'm trying to think what would make it better, and the only thing I can think of is making it a little bit more Critters-esque, where having that thing go outside of the ship added a new element to everything. But the things that make Critters work or Aliens work or movies like it work is knowing that you're stuck in this ship with it, and it's that's a game of cat and mouse right there. It going outside added a bit, just there's really not a goddamn thing we can do. It can survive in the outer space, so we can just throw that element away. It doesn't seem to really be affected by fire too much, so we can kind of throw that one out here too. There's no guns up here, so just your options are kind of running low. And after a while, if that were me, I'd be like, all right, well, fuck it, I might as well just kill myself then. This, I ain't getting out of this one, boys. I'll throw a message in a bottle, throw it down to Earth, and P.S. Need help.
Yeah. Eric, you're right. I mean, that's what sucked about this is that Calvin was invincible, and it just wasn't a great first entry into this kind of a story. You know what I mean? It's just something they shouldn't have done. But hey, it wasn't terrible. So my review of that totally would be half price. I would pay $5 to see it. So definitely check that out. But hey, we got a movie that all three of us are so excited to see, The Fate of the Furious. And for those of you who haven't gotten that yet, that's called sarcasm. 3 hours. This movie is going to be 3 hours, gentlemen.
It's been a long way.
Oh my God. I just got to say this, and then I'll end my
Can I kill myself now before watching this movie, please?
I mean, you guys might enjoy it. You guys might enjoy it.
Guys, look. In 2001, when I saw the first Fast and Furious movie,
there you go.
The first thing in my head was not, well, there's going to be fucking 20 of these. I mean, oh, God, I'm so
you're exaggerating a little bit. It's 8.
Oh, God. I've been checked out since after the third movie. I don't care, but it's the biggest movie that's coming out next week. We have to review it. Oh, God. The 3 hours is going to suck. I might go to the theater drunk. I'm not going to lie.
The preview shows The Rock throwing a torpedo.
Yeah. Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
He throws a torpedo.
He throws a torpedo?
At something, and it explodes.
He actually takes it with his hands. And,
there's a torpedo. There's a torpedo on the ground on a glacier, and he picks it up. I don't know if he picks it up or he redirects it or what he does to it, but the preview implies that he throws the torpedo.
Yes. Awesome.
For him.
So, but
he is The Rock.
He is The Rock. But we always talk about what we're doing in a few weeks after that. After The Fate of the Furious, we're going to be doing a movie that I'm really excited to see called Free Fire. Which, it's coming out. Really excited to see that one. And then we're going to end the month of April with, actually, no, it's the beginning of May, but the end of April, we will be doing The Circle, starring Tom Hanks and Emma Watson. It's a parody of Apple, so that should be interesting.
You know what? We got some good ones coming up. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I think we'll be okay because we got Guardians coming out in May, and also, so, anywho, we'll talk about those movies when we come to it. But again, if you like this episode, make sure to check out this episode and many others. Go to movie. Hold on, real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Podcast.com. Check out all this episode. Check out this episode and many others. Check out movieguyspodcast.podbean.com. The Podbean site is where we do majority of our uploads, so check those out. Go to iTunes, search Movie Guys Podcast, and also BeRealNetwork.com. We just added a new show called Christy Doesn't Know Shit, so definitely check them out as well. What part of the network? But other than that, thank you so much for talking to me with the movie Life. And we'll be back next week for The Fate and the Furious. But other than that, have a good night, guys.
Later.